Well, let's begin with India's story. Bidders for beloved airline Jet Airways so far appear uninterested in following up on their expression of interest, EOI dealing a major blow to early revival of the airline. With just 10 days to go for final submission of bids, 3 of the 4 qualified bidders, Etihad, TPG Capital and Indigo Partners, have not signed non-disclosure agreements, a must for conducting due diligence, while none of the bidders, barring National Investment and Infrastructure Fund and NIIF, they have been accessing data room where potential investors are supposed to pursue Jet's accounts and key documents. As part of due diligence, they have till May 10 to submit their bids. And we're joined by our correspondent Pragya Jha from Mumbai. Good morning to you, Pragya. First, so it's not like very good news coming for Jet Airways. The revival, it looks like, has been delayed.
Sumit, that's right. In fact, even yesterday while we were discussing the situation of Jet and we were trying to analyze that what is the situation of bidders who are coming in, we were not very hopeful, and I was able to gain from sources, in fact, that there is no closure, no finalization yet on the prospective bidders. In fact, stakeholders don't look very positive in the environment that is ongoing right now for Jet. And, it could, in fact, from internal sources, we're also gaining that it could be the road down for Jet Airways. As you know, yet there has been no readiness on part of the bidders. In fact, there is growing reluctance among the key bidders after the government began allocating jet planes and its slots to its peers.
And Pragya, going by this overall, whatever is happening, so it looks like even the next 10 days also there would be no surprises and no big bidders would like to come. But what are the reasons that are keeping bidders away from coming and acquiring one airline which was once ruling Indian skies?
Right, Sumit, there have been a number of reasons. Now, at present, the investors have also put forward difficult conditions, such as an 80% haircut of loans and a reworking of leasing contracts to proceed with the bidding process. And none of them have, in fact, none of these conditions by these investors or prospective bidders that, they are still in talks could have been worked out yet. Also, there is, there are some last-ditch and largely futile attempts being made. The top management and executives have been knocking on doors of India's biggest business houses appealing for investment, but they have not seen any positivity on that note. And the reasons for that could be that, a lot of internal mismanagement within the firm could be one of the reasons. Also, Jet having to compete with several low-cost airlines. Now, they have this kind of competition where low-cost airlines had, in fact, gained a lot of popularity among flyers.
And one last question to you, Pragya. Well, Jet Airways employees are definitely, some of them have got jobs, but others, for them, there is no, it doesn't look like they are getting any jobs in near future. So for them, the future looks bleak. Would you say that?
That's right, Sumit. In fact, that is one, matter of concern, that the shutting down of Jet Airways has left over 16,000 people, including 1,350 pilots, jobless, thereby putting them in a huge financial crunch. So while other domestic as well as international airlines have hired some Jet Airways employees, it is still a small chunk of those who were employed in the debt-ridden company by, employed. And we also know that in the latest, there was Air India, which was in fact willing and has shown some willingness to hire approximately close to 200 of the well-trained employees of Jet Airways. And we've also seen that, SpiceJet Limited said that it has already absorbed 500 of Jet Airways employees, which included 100 pilots, and they're open to inducting more. But of course, this comes at a pay cut, at a severe pay cut for these employees, because Jet Airways, we must remember, in the industry is one of the highest paying airlines in India.
All right, thank you, Pragya, for getting us all these details on this important developing story. So there is no bidder so far for Jet Airways, though revival looks bleak at this moment. And from